I'm gonna be taking some soil samples today. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First part is, got a soil probe here I got from my extension office. Then I've got some little boxes over here in the glove box. Right here. And I've got a place for my name, what field it is, and there's also some other stuff on here. You can go to the extension website. It's probably different for different states, but this is Tennessee stuff right here. And I can put in what I want to test for and what I'm gonna plant, all that kind of stuff, and they'll give me recommendations for it. So come on, let's take some soil samples. The important thing to do is to take multiple samples. Don't just take them all in one place. Go to different parts of the field. I like the zigzag, or this one's a square, and what I'm gonna do is I took one right there in the corner. I'm driving right here to the middle of the field, approximately, and I'm gonna take one, and then I'll go to each of the four corners. But here we are for this one. So I've got my probe here, and if you look on the probe, it's just got a hollow piece right here, and it's got a step in, which I'm fixing to use. I'm gonna step that into the ground and hit a rock, wouldn't you know it. You wanna sit in the wheel well? No, you don't, because you can't see me. I need to stand. There we go. So I'm just gonna take my probe right here and push it in the ground. Hear them rocks? I'm gonna slowly pull it up. And if you look at it, you're probably not gonna get it all the way filled up. And that's okay, because this is approximate. What a lot of people don't realize about a soil sample is, it is just a snapshot in time. This stuff's gonna change over the course of the year. In an ideal world, I'd like to do it in the spring and in the fall and see what I got going on. And I've been doing that, I think. I might have missed one spring since we've been on this farm for the last going on 3 years, but I've always done it in the fall. So anyways, we'll take this and we'll put it in a bucket back here. See in the bucket? Already got some from another one. And we're gonna take and we'll mix them all together. Now the thing about this is, it might be a little bit wet right now, but I think that we can get past. You don't want it real dry, which is fine for the soil sample, but I'm talking about you don't want it dry, because it's gonna be hard to get this probe in the ground. And God forbid you're on some old farm like this one that's been pounded in the ground and it's so compact you can barely do anything. If that's the case, you're not gonna get your probe in the ground. So you want it a little bit wet, but you don't want it sopping out here, or else your soil sample is gonna stick together. Like this one's wanting to do a little bit. See down here in the end? Now I'm up here in the top corner of the field and we're gonna guess nothing. Ooh, that was surprising. I didn't think that one would go in that good. Look at there. That's a good sample. And the majority of it is way different than the other ones. Something that you really want to do is, if you got foreign objects in here, you want to get all those out, especially rocks. They don't like those in there. And I'm going to take about if I can get it out. I think they make some of these where they got like a release that you can press and it'll pop everything out. Don't quote me on that. You know, like a little lever that'll push it out. Instead of digging and getting on your fingernails, make sure and cut your fingernails before you do this. Okay, so this is number 3. And then we're gonna go get our last two. Now another thing is don't be worried if you can't get all that out of the end right there. See how that is like that? Because you know what's gonna happen? When you take your next little probe, it's just gonna push it up in the tube. So don't worry about it if you can't get it all out. Worry about it if you can't get it in the ground though. All right, we'll take it right here next to it. That ground is hard. Okay, I think we got it. What's kind of scary is there's a sticker on here that says $401.42, and I hope I don't break this thing because I borrowed it from the extension office. Maybe that's a gag to keep people from being rough on them. Okay, that one didn't come out good. Look at that one. It didn't come out very good. Now just a little piece of warning, I want to show you what happens when you get out in one of your fields with a bucket. Everybody shows up and starts coming to you. What you got in the bucket? Get out of the bucket. It's just dirt. All right, we're gonna do our last one right here. And then we'll have all of our samples from this field. We got 2 more fields to do. And really it doesn't matter because I'm gonna end up spreading whatever this calls for in all the fields, but I kind of want to know what's going on over there in case something changes and I decide to do them individually. But this is the greatest part of the place. So am I wasting my time? Well, it depends on perspective. If you want a snapshot of what's going on all the time, then no. If you don't care, then yeah. But I kind of want to know, even though I can't justify bringing the truck out here three different mixes, with 3 different mixes. Let me get that straight. Even though I can't justify bringing the truck out here with 3 different mixes, I still want to know what's going on in the different parts because they kind of lay different. But this quote-unquote hayfield, which we don't cut hay out of anymore. It used to be the hayfield. The first year we had this place, and for the previous owners. So it's the biggest open spot on the farm, and we'll be able to get the closest as to what a place needs. Man, am I rambling? That sounds like it. But essentially, we're going to put the amendments as close to what is actually needed in the biggest part of the place. All right, that's all of our samples right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick my hand in here and mix it up. Now, I have used one of them little paint mixers, you know, like you put on the end of a drill and do it before, but goodness, it doesn't matter. Right here, I just get in here and crumple it with my hands, wipe my hands off on the grass when I get done. It'll be good enough. Now, if you look at this, this is probably a little bit wetter than we'd like, but I think that it'll be okay to send in because maybe it'll dry out in the box whenever we leave it in the truck for 2 days because we keep forgetting, or while it's in the mail. I think it'll be okay. But ideally, you want it a little bit drier than this. Now see, what I'm doing is I'm mixing all this up together because they want a aggregate test of all the core samples that you've taken. And if you didn't get it in your mind, what I was doing, as I walked across the field, oh, I think I know what we can do. I can get this mud on my fingers to show you in the bucket. As I walked across the field, I was, see my little dots on there? I was zigzagging and getting it from different places. You don't want to get it all from one place. The more places you can get it from, the better. All right, there it is mixed up. Let's go put it in the box. We're just gonna take our bucket and try our best to dump it in here using one hand and a camera in the other. Oh, it's working so far. Oop, not so good right there. Oh, look, there we go. We got it. So, dump all this in. And boom, we're done. Well, maybe. So here you are back on your computer at the extension website. It's on the box. And if you look in this first little thing right here, I'm gonna start typing my name in. See where it says name right there? My name's Brandon Baker, so put that there. I live in the state of Tennessee. Notice I skip over the other stuff because I don't want you to have my home address. Type in my email right here. Now, I'm skipping over for privacy concerns. You need to fill all this in when you do it so that they can get a hold of you, especially where the soul is from part right there. Over here, you get a thing for, looks like it's office use. I'm not going to worry about that. Here's the next important part down here. It has got your sample name. We want to put in where it's from. It's from our old hayfield. And then we'll have a farm ID, which is optional. And then here on the first one, we have some, in second and third and fourth, we have some options for crops. Now we're going to scroll down and it's going to give us a key. Now, whatever we want to plant, whether it be corn or cabbage or any of this other stuff over here, we have a key next to it. And if you'll look, there is grass, legume, pasture, which is what we're doing, and our other mix down here. And we're going to take those key codes, you see right here, and we're going to put them in our box. Here's the other one. Okay, so we figured out what those are. And we're going to go up here at the top, and we're going to put them in for primary, which is crop 1, and then crop 2, which is our secondary. And we're going to get a nutrient test, and we're going to do an organic matter test right here. And that just tells you how much, oh, come on, scientists, help me out. Carbon's in the soil. Basically, it's how much living matter, how much fluff. All right, and then if you got other stuff, you can put them in here. Your pasture, your udder pasture. Oh, look at it, look at it. Okay, just joking. Your other pasture. Or whatever you have. You got a bunch of fields, you can do them. Do the same thing in these little slots right here. You can do more stuff. But basically, that's your thing. You put your amount, your date, and you can pay right there. You see the link. Now, every state's going to be different. We're going to print this one off and send it in. You just got to figure out what it is for your state. This is for Tennessee. So, here we go. Got all the stuff printed off right here that we just did on the screen. And now what we got left is we're going to fill this out right here. The sample ID. Write identical name and sample ID on submission sheet and sample box. Okay, and then I guess that's something for them. And then we're going to ship or mail that to this address right there. And that's collecting a soil sample. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Leave us a comment. Follow us on Instagram at Baker Family Farms. God bless y'all. Hope you have a good day.